hello, friends. No, hello, friend. You don't like my accent? You don't like it? No.
It's okay.
It's okay. Whatever. Nah, what up, y'all? I'm Ty.
Oh, okay. So this is what we're doing this week? Okay. Hey, y'all.
I'm in such a good mood.
Hey, y'all. What's tea? I'm Jeff.
What up? And we're the best friends you never knew you needed.
Yes, and welcome to the O Friend Podcast.
Hey, so what's going on?
OFP for short.
OFP for short.
Hashtag OFP.
Okay, hashtag OFP. Period.
Loving the outfit today, girl.
Thank you,
friend.
Listen, okay, I am feeling very feminine today. My feminine energy is on an all-time high.
I love the brightness.
The sun is out. It is beautiful out in New York. I'm just loving it. I'm so ready for the new season. Although I'm tired. Did you know that time went back on Sunday?
Yeah.
I had no idea time was going back. I was like, what the hell? My mom always texts me like as if I don't have digital clocks. So she's like, don't forget to turn your clock or something. And that's the only reason why I knew.
I know. We don't even notice anymore because every clock is digital now.
Yeah.
Oh, quick little side story. I was talking to somebody under 21, and he was looking at a clock on the wall, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, my grandmother had a clock like that."
No.
And I gagged.
What is happening? No, this new generation makes me feel so old, and I'm still like, I'm still young. You know what I mean? But I feel like, what? It's crazy. You ever ask somebody what year they were born and it's sometime after the 90s and you're like, what?
You ever saw that meme where they are asking them their ID and then they give it to them fast and then they're like, oh, that was fast. And then she's like, I just saw the 19. It was easy.
Yeah, like I don't need anything. Like
all you have to see is the 19 and that's
it. That's so true. All right, well, we're going to get started with episode 18.
Episode 18, y'all.
This is crazy. This is a benchmark. Well, episode 20 will be
episode 20 I'm excited for, definitely.
But look at us back at another consecutive week. Eat your words.
Consistency.
But we're going to start with our first segment of the show, and that is our mental health segment.
Where we rate how we're feeling from a 1 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm feeling a 4. Feeling great, feeling dandy, feeling really good. I don't really have much else to say. I'm feeling good, girl.
So wait, you say you're a 4?
Yeah, 4.
Amazing. This is week 2 for you.
Week 2. No, I think it's week 2.
Yeah. You know, I started off feeling like a 3, but once I got dressed, I felt like a 4. So a tip to anyone not feeling their best self today, do something that makes you feel good, whether it's like a nice bubble bath or you get some new cologne or perfume or just get dressed. Ladies, do our hair, do our makeup. It'll make us feel really good. So I am now a 4 and I'm feeling amazing.
We love to see it.
So yeah, you guys join in on the conversation. I encourage all of you to do your own mental check-ins where you rate yourself from a 1 to 5. You can add that in the comments below at O Friend Podcast on YouTube and O Friend Podcast at I was about to say Instagram.com. On IG. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Y'all know by now.
Right. Well, we're in such a good mood. We might as well move on to our...
He said.
She said.
Where we gossip like only 2 best friends can.
Yeah, we're going to be gossiping y'all, bailing. So what's in the news today, Jeff?
Okay, let's start with... I have a couple things, but let's start with... Let's start with Jussie.
Okay. Oh,
Let's start with Jussie. Okay, so y'all may have heard or y'all may have not heard, Jussie has been sentenced to 150 days in jail in Cook County Jail. He has already started his sentence. He went off in the courtroom when his verdict was delivered. Do you want me to read it or did you hear about it?
I mean, I heard a little bit about it, but sure, refresh my memory.
Okay, so this is what he said. I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I'm not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I shoved my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years, and the fears of the LGBTQ community.
Why are you reading it like that, sir?
Your Honor, I respect you, and I respect your decision, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. If anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself.
Yo, stop reading it like this.
And you must all know that.
No.
And yeah, he was basically he was basically giving you an Oscar-worthy performance, and I was enthralled.
You think it wasn't a performance?
No, I just said he was giving you an Oscar-worthy performance. I didn't say that it was real or not. I just think that it was very dramatic, and I think that actors are always going to be dramatic, even in real life, especially in moments like these. Mm-hmm. So my question is, now that he's been sentenced and everything, do you think that the punishment was worth the crime?
I don't think that he should have gotten. I don't think that he should have gotten any time. I think that this, his punishment or the verdict was too harsh. There are officers that have killed unarmed people that have gotten less time than that. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think restitution would have been okay.
And he
make him pay for it.
And he was also ordered to pay restitution too.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely too much, and just yet another example on how this justice system is full of shit. Because it's whatever. But I understand, some people will say, oh well, there's a jury, so the jury makes a decision, stuff like that. Well, we need to do some things differently because whether you believe him or not, he shouldn't have gotten sentenced at all to any time. I even think that probation is too much. I think it should have been restitution and that's it. Probation is too much. No one got hurt. He didn't involve other people. I mean, I know it was the two brothers, but they didn't involve like a bystander or anything like that. It didn't cause any damage to the city of Chicago. Nothing like that. Nothing was vandalized. So again, I think it's just, this is ridiculous. And it's really showing us that, I think it just took too long. And it's it was just too much. Now, I think there is something to him saying, I'm not suicidal, because I felt that, do you fear for your life? They look at what happened to Sandra Bland.
True.
So many people, and have died in police custody or in prison, and they have covered it up and saying that they're suicidal. So I think it's very important for him to have said that of listen, I'm not suicidal. I'm in my right mind, and I believe that I'm innocent. Now, if he lying, which we've gone back and forth with whether we believe him or not, but I think if he's lying, boy oh boy, do you know how to it's as if he's taking a handbook out of taking a page out of the fuckboy handbook, because nobody stays to a lie like a man cheating. But it's just crazy. I mean, I know that that's a debate. I don't care to go,
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't even matter, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really care either or, but I do think that he shouldn't have been sentenced. It was too harsh, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Like Kourtney Kardashian said to Kim, when she lost her ring in the water, Kim, people are dying.
It's true.
There are people dying.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
or too lazy
I think that Chicago has a lot more important things to worry about than somebody lying. Okay?
Agreed.
Taraji P. Henson also spoke out. She said, I'm not here to debate you on his innocence, but we can agree that the punishment does not fit the crime.
Yeah.
Emmett Till was brutally beat and ultimately murdered because of a lie, and none of the people involved with his demise spent one day in jail, even after Carolyn Bryant admitted that her claims were false. So,
do you think that comparison was a bit extreme, though? That comparison was extreme.
I think that the comparison was basically saying that if she lied and caused somebody to die,
yes,
then Jussie lied and nobody got hurt, and she did not do a second of jail time, and he's being sentenced to
agreed
this amount of time in jail.
Do you think that racism played a role in this, as far as him being sentenced?
Yeah, definitely. I think racism and also homophobia definitely played a role in this. Definitely. And I think it was also the whole hate crime aspect of it. I think it was also a mixture of Chicago wanting to set an example that something like this won't happen again. But I just think that they just took it too far. I really do.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Free Jussie. Whether you believe him or not, we can agree that he shouldn't be in jail. All right.
Okay.
What else we got going on?
Okay. Let's talk about Ryan Coogler real quick. Because that story was a hot mess, and I'm still gagging at it. And
yeah,
I'm a little bit okay. So you know what happened, right?
Yeah.
Basically, Ryan Coogler went to go to the bank,
Bank of America,
and he went to the teller and he requested, I think it was about $12,000 in cash, and he put in his information, his bank card, he had his ID, he wrote it on the withdrawal slip, and then he wrote a note on the back of the withdrawal slip that the teller count the money out and give it to him discreetly, as it is a large amount of money. Instead of reading the slip, basically when the teller went into his account, she saw an alert message and went to her supervisor, said that he's potentially robbing the bank. They called the police. The police came, detained him and his two friends that were waiting in the car.
They pulled out guns in the bank behind him. He's completely caught off guard. Sorry, go ahead. You finish.
No, you're right.
I mean, okay, so everyone's been talking about this, so I won't bore you guys and go on a rant about white supremacy, but you know what? It came out that the teller is a Black woman.
Basically, everybody involved in this situation, from what I can tell, because I watched the videos, was Black.
Yeah. So let me say this. The media has played a major role in what harm, violence, gangs, gangsters, what they look like. And the media has done a great job in portraying Black men to be dangerous, to be robbers, to be rapists, and things as such. So much so that even in our own community, we can look at a Black man in a position to withdraw money, or wearing a mask, which we're supposed to, and look at them as something negative. And I think it's so sad, and that this is like that in a nutshell. Because it was less about who he was and more about what he looked like.
Exactly.
And again, the media has portrayed what violence looks like. First of all, if you have an ID, you have your card, how are you robbing the bank?
At the end of the day,
he didn't have any bags on him. It wasn't like he came in with a duffel bag. I mean, I think that person should be fired.
Yep. And the supervisor.
I think that person should be fired immediately. I think that the supervisor should be terminated as well. I think that the police officers, like, since when do you get a tip and then just start pulling out guns?
And then I was listening to I was digging deep, y'all, because I be wanting to get all the tea. I was listening to the 911 call when they called, and then even the 911 operator was like, Oh, you didn't check his ID or anything? I guess I'll send somebody over. It wasn't no emergency.
Right. It's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And since when do police officers not scope out, like, okay, let me see what's happening or whatever. Police officers are too ready to pull out their guns.
Yeah.
And innocent people die all the time behind it. And I think that it's become almost like a mockery. Yeah. Like, how dare you pull out guns, detain him? He's not doing anything wrong. You're asking these ridiculous questions like, what are you doing here? Well, look at the slip and you'll see what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I felt anxiety for him.
It's
and then
ridiculous.
Even when he found out that they had detained the people that were in the car, I could see his face. It dropped. Like, this was really like upsetting for me to watch. It really was because it can happen to any of us.
Anyone.
It really can.
Anyone.
It doesn't matter.
What this is showing us is that it does not matter your social status at all.
It doesn't even matter your location, because this happened in Atlanta, which is basically, in T.I.'s words, Wakanda.
Black Mecca.
If Ryan Coogler can get arrested in Wakanda, what?
It's all downhill for all of us.
Yes, what hope do we have?
I can't even take out 12 bands. I don't understand. It's just nothing added up. I think that this is a clear case of good judgment gone wrong on both parts, not only the bank teller and the supervisor, but also...
I would be going off, girl. Yeah. I would be like, I want both of them fired.
Both of them right now. I want interest in my account.
I would be going online. I'll be putting all their information out there. I'd be like, this is the Bank of America where they did it. I would be spilling all this. I would be dragging them. I want all my money removed from this bank as soon as possible.
And then can I just say,
I'll be like, Disney, if you have anything going on with this bank, I need you to end. I would be so petty if I was him. But he is a better man than us all, and this is why he is an Oscar-nominated successful director. Because this was his response. This situation should have never happened. However, Bank of America worked with me and addressed it to my satisfaction, and we have moved on. This man.
Classy.
What kind of class?
Yeah, I mean...
Better than I could ever be.
Okay, but can I say this? It is very dangerous out there.
Yeah.
And people are taking matters into their own hands as far as how they protect themselves. And I think it says a lot that, it's like there's so much crime out there, and it doesn't seem like it's really being taken care of. And I'll get to that in our city segment. But there's so much crime happening in New York, so I already know that it's crazy in the rest of the world. And Ryan obviously made those steps so that he can be safe. He didn't want anyone to see him take out that amount of money. He didn't want to become a target. And I just feel like, is there more that the police department can do to make sure that either they are aware of the kind of precautions that civilians are taking to make sure that they aren't victims of criminal acts, or that they can protect us? Because obviously he had to write that letter or whatever because he's afraid of being robbed.
Yeah.
So it's just like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also it should have never happened. Like, I just think, I don't understand why the bank did not take the proper procedures when it comes to banking with somebody.
Right. What does a bank robbery look like?
They need to be fired.
What does it look like? Can someone...
I really do not think that they should.
Ridiculous.
Like, I don't want to stop someone's bag, but that was ridiculous. A mess. That really was a mess.
Do you think they took it more seriously because she was a black woman saying it? And they're like, listen, if she turned on it, then shit, it must be real. Shit. She said it. He must really be...
I really want to know what was in their mind. What made her think that, okay, what made her jump to the conclusion that, okay, he must be robbing us?
Right. She said that it's because he kept pointing to the note. But obviously he kept pointing to the note
because he wants you to read it, and he doesn't want to read it out loud.
But she should have read the note, because if the note said, give me all your money right now, then okay. Cool.
Just gonna
press the red button. I don't get it. And this is what I mean, y'all. Stop calling the police for stupid shit. That was so stupid. Where's the security? Have the security scope it out. Look at the cameras. See if he came in with somebody else. Like, it's crazy. Retailers know how to protect themselves from being robbed better than that.
My heart stopped when he just was just standing there, and then the police and turn around and see a policeman with his gun. I was like,
and if he would have showed any type of
Jeez.
emotion, that would have gone bad. They would have said that he was resisting
That's
arrest,
too
and that would have been
much.
cause to shoot him.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy that he is okay.
Yeah, I'm happy he's okay.
Happy no one got hurt.
And I'm happy nobody got hurt. And I'm happy that he was super, super mature, more mature than I will ever be when it comes to his response and how he handled the situation.
But baby girl needs to go on LinkedIn. I'm sorry. I heard that she was pregnant too.
Yeah, I heard she was pregnant, but
so I feel very bad, but you need to go on LinkedIn and try.
Sometimes, actions have consequences.
For sure. Okay.
Okay, next story. This one's kind of sad. The next two are kind of sad. This one is, the last one is definitely sad, but this one's kind of sad. So Naomi Osaka, the tennis player.
Okay.
So she was heckled during her last match, and after she was heckled, she lost the match. Basically, she definitely lost the match.
Okay.
And then after the match, she spoke, and she was basically brought to tears after being heckled.
What did they say?
They said, Naomi, you suck. Yeah, a lady said, Naomi, you suck, while she was playing. Okay. And she went to the mic and she said, it's just weighing on my heart. I've been heckled before. It didn't really bother me, but being heckled here, like I've watched a video of Venus and Serena get heckled here. And if you've never watched it, you should. I don't know why, but I went into my head and got replayed a lot. So basically, she started replaying that moment in her head a lot, and it got her super emotional.
Okay, because I was about to say, someone saying you suck is not the end of the world. I'm sorry. But I love me some Naomi, but damn, girl. It's
but that comes to my question. Do you think that? Okay, so a lot of people are saying that because of her mental health, she should quit tennis. Do you think that she should quit tennis because this isn't the first time she's been emotional after or during or before a match?
I think that she's still young, and this is what happens when you really do something that you love, and it's up to be critiqued. I don't think that she should quit tennis. I think that her and her team should be creative and come up with ways to really cater to her mental health while being in a competitive sport. Yeah. But because at the end of the day, it's competitive and it doesn't make heckling okay. But as long as it's not racist or sexist or homophobic, I think that heckling is the nature of the game. Yeah. Like basketball players get it all the time. Doesn't make it okay, but it is a part of the
I agree. Game. And I thought it was beautiful. Like, I think that
what was beautiful?
I thought that the way that she was able to express why she was emotional so clearly was beautiful. Yeah. I think that I think that she said, it was not the heckler. It was because I'm getting heckled at the same place as Serena and Venus, and I have a connection to them because of the history and that we're both and we're all Black women, and it made me emotional because I kept replaying what they experienced, and now I'm experiencing it, and I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they were able to experience this and they went through this too. Yeah. Like when she broke it down that way, I thought it was amazing that she was able to express herself like that. And not only express herself like that, but express herself publicly after losing a match. I think that's extremely strong. And I think the people that are saying that she needs to quit tennis are emotionally immature people, and I'm reading all of y'all, I don't care. Emotionally immature people who have no idea how to properly express their emotions and move on from there. Because this does not mean that she should quit tennis. Everybody's going to deal with mental health issues whenever they are working. That just means that you just deal with it, just like any type of injury that you have.
Can I play devil's advocate? And is it not that they feel that I haven't read the comments. This is the first time that I'm hearing of this story, to be honest. So correct me if I'm wrong, but is it that they think that she should quit tennis because they can't connect with her emotionally, or is it that the last couple of times that they've seen her speak, she's been falling apart?
Because
So is it them
the last couple
protecting her?
times they see her as falling apart.
Yes,
But
is it that they're protecting her by saying, like, maybe you shouldn't play tennis because obviously this is something that is hard for you to handle.
or maybe
and you
she's
hate
just
seeing
an
it that
emotional
way.
person, and a lot of things affect her deeply. It doesn't just have to be tennis. It could be
Yeah.
a lot of things. Some people get emotional from, let's say, driving, but they still do it. Like some people get emotional from everyday tasks or even everyday things that they do at work,
Yeah.
or get overwhelmed by it, but they still have to do it.
Okay, small twist. I think that the right answer when we talk about the history of Black culture or Black people in this country, and then we think even going into businesses, really historic events, I think that these organizations have a responsibility when it comes to, their, I don't want to say affirmative action, but the steps that they take to be more diverse and inclusive to Black Lives Matter or what have you. I think things like this, learning the history and really preparing and protecting certain matches. Like for instance, you said that Venus and Serena had a similar experience in the same city or what have you.
In the same, I think it was in the same venue, yeah.
Right, in the same venue. Then would it be supportive if people or leaders of the organization are able to educate themselves on these experiences and then try to protect the people of that culture? Just like if a Black person tried to create a business in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then it was burned down. It's like, you guys have a responsibility. This is the part of reparation for Black people that aren't financial, but is more of like really understanding and educating of like what happened in these moments and then doing something to make it better. Because like you said, it was less about what they said and more about the fact that it's happening because of the history.
I think that, but I think that we also should be speaking up on why this affects us this way. And that's what I loved about her response. She explained why it affected her this way, and you won't know unless you say something. Like, I'm sure Venus and Serena, they are extremely, extremely strong, successful women, but they took that and they probably dealt with it privately. Maybe if they dealt with it publicly, like Naomi, and spoke about why this bothers them, if it did, I'm not saying it did or didn't, the company or whatever organization could have done something to prevent it earlier because they knew. If you're not in someone's shoes, you won't know unless you say something. So I'm just really proud of her for speaking up. And I think that people are calling her fragile and weak. I just see her as super strong, super vocal, and I love to see that.
Do you think that this new generation is a bit soft?
No, I think that showing your emotions has a negative connotation of being soft, but I think it makes you strong. So no.
Okay, so there's a lot of crying.
There's a lot of crying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crime out there too. There's a lot of violence out there too.
My bad. Okay.
There's a lot of violence out there
I don't
too.
wanna fight.
I'm just saying, being emotional does not make you weak, because there are people that show their emotions through anger.
It's true.
Like
it's true.
it's like I hate that. I hate that.
I think there's a huge
comparison.
There's a huge difference in the way that this generation is being brought up and the way that we were brought up. So I think that's the big shock, you know, and it makes these situations where it's like, oh my gosh, it seems like everybody is like being really emotional and things as such. I agree with you. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think that this is great. And this is like, these are the leaders of our future, right? So I think it's a good thing, but it is, you know, even when we think about artists now, right? And like artists that like tweet or cry about, we just talked about it last week, right? That like put their emotions out there because they feel that they're being snubbed the opportunity, or maybe because people don't like them.
I think a lot of it has to also do with social media. They've grown up being able to express themselves online.
Right. Okay.
So it just is easy for them.
Yeah.
It's just easy for them to express themselves.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that. If it's in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl. I was going off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I felt very strongly about that topic.
About that.
I felt very strongly about that. Okay.
No, it's a good thing. I feel like we all need to be more, including myself, needs to be more comfortable. We need to have a better relationship with our emotions. Yeah. And I think it's important for the older generation to not judge this newer generation for being babies.
Because at the end of the day, our generation didn't do everything right.
No,
okay, we didn't do everything right.
We didn't.
Damn,
you got dragging.
I am dragging. They're gonna be like, you were mad today. I know, I'm not. I'm before y'all.
It's sunny outside.
Yes, it's a beautiful day.
Give you some of this energy.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So the last topic is pretty serious. I just want to say my condolences to the Braxton family. As you know, Tracy Braxton passed away from cancer a couple days ago, and it was a shock to a lot of people, and it was and was really saddening for me because I'm a huge fan of the Braxtons, and I'm a huge fan of Tracy. I love her music. She has a great song called "Broken Things," which is beautiful. Guys, check it out if you are into really great R&B songs. And yeah, I don't want to get emotional, but yeah, it really did hit me when I found out.
Yeah, I think you told me that it happened, and it was so shocking. And we just really, like, the Braxton family holds such a special, you know, like, in our culture, we have a couple families that are just like the example for us, right? Like royalty.
We are the Braxtons, and you'll see. Have to have the bass in your voice. We are not like an ordinary family.
Yes, that part.
Braxton family values.
Go ahead, friend. Go ahead. It's really sad, but they really I have such a strong connection. So prayers to them, and I know they'll be able to get through this, and they've gained an angel, but there's just been so much death. So our condolences to that family and to those who have lost loved ones. There was one thing that I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead, girl.
The woman, Chris Brown, releasing the audio and the text messages from the woman that accused him of rape. Let me just say this: that woman needs to be put in prison. I don't want to go on a whole rant because y'all be saying that we too racial, but shade. But the history of women, but especially white women, lying on black men, saying that black men have raped them, has gone on for too long. Taraji P. Henson, we just talked about Emmett Till. It's absolutely unacceptable, and it does create this narrative for real victims of rape and molestation and sexual assault. So I think that she needs to be put in prison. And, you know, whether we believe that Chris Brown has been guilty of other things, I think if he's innocent, and which obviously has been shown, her lawyer was like, bye, girl, I ain't got time for this. I think it's ridiculous and she needs to go to jail. Lastly, Stevie J, you are disgusting, filthy, nasty, you are awful.
No, they're gonna try to cancel you like Cardi B. Don't call someone that.
You are so disrespectful to women. And the audacity to take an interview with a black woman from being in your bed, the lack of respect, but before we even talk about how it looked like he was getting fellatio while in an interview, the audacity to take an interview in a bed, how unprofessional and disgusting that is. The legacy that you speak of you are tarnishing it with stupid acts like this. And I really thought that Stevie J was getting better. The his last few appearances on television have been positive, and it's like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I haven't really tapped into the Love and Hip Hop reunion or whatever, but I did see a clip or two where he was like apologizing and really stepping up, and it just seemed like, oh my gosh, like, look at you. People can change. But then you go and pull some mess like this. That is a form of sexual assault, to expose a woman or to kind of like give like a nudge that you are in a bed with a woman while another woman is trying to conduct big business is disgusting. And I pity you for sure.
Damn, you
can move on.
him.
I'm sorry. I that pissed me off so bad, because it just, forget about it being disgusting. It was so unprofessional.
It was a mess. It
was
a
a hot mess.
I gagged when I saw it too, but I don't want to say that his legacy is tarnished.
He's tarnishing his legacy.
He did produce one of my favorite Mariah Carey songs, "Breakdown," and that will always be a slay.
But do you remember him for that, or do you remember him for the bullshit that he pulls online and on television?
Because I am a lamb, I remember him for that.
No.
But his daughter's annoying me on Growing Up Hip Hop.
And now we see why. Look at the example. Anyway, that's all I had to do was drag those two people. Now we can move on.
Yeah.
You guys, you could join the conversation.
Let us know what you think. If you have any thoughts about anything that we said, comment below.
And subscribe. Don't forget to comment below. Like, comment, rate, subscribe.
Yes.
We're getting new to this, but Old Friend Podcast everywhere. Now, we're going to dive into our next segment of the show, and that is our friend shit segment, where we talk about all things friendship and give some advice too. Today, we have FriendMail. You guys like
is that our name for it?
Ooh, did I just come up with that?
Did you just make that up?
That was cute.
FriendMail?
FriendMail. Okay. That was cute. Let me go copy. No, what is that? Let me go copyright that, patent that, because you hoes might be trying to take that. All right. So we have FriendMail. And I'm gonna read this. I thought we actually got a couple, so we might have some. I'll spread it out for the next couple of episodes. Right?
Look
Super
at
cute. It's like us. So excited. But this letter really triggered like a cute little topic, I think. So, okay. It says, I don't know what accent to do it in, so
just
I'll
read
do it
it.
regularly. Okay, it says, hey, Ty and Jeff, please keep me anonymous. Heard you. I wanted y'all opinion on a fight I'm having with my best friend. We've been friends for 7 years, and she knows my life inside and out, and vice versa. We've been through normal BFF shit and always seem to get past it. Well, lately, my friend has been tripping. She got her body done, y'all, and has been acting wild. You want to get your body done? You can't work.
You gotta work. I love to see it.
Listen, my friend
probably got the VVL too. Yeah,
that BBL. Okay, it's getting warm outside. Anyway, she's so full of herself now and mad annoying to be around. Everything is about how her butt looks. I feel like her paparazzi because all she wants me to do is take pictures of her ass. Excuse me. I don't like to curse this much. It's the letter. Okay. Saturday, we went to the bar and everything was about her. So I sent a text to Lex. I don't know who Lex is, but saying,
how you gonna ask to remain anonymous, but you shouted out your friend's name?
I think they didn't mean to do that. Was I supposed to change the name? I'm sorry, I'm new to this. Anyway, okay, so I sent a text to Lex saying,
sorry, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
They're gonna stop writing emails to us. They are gonna stop doing it. I can't even get through the letter. Okay, so I sent the text to Lex saying, here she go. Turns out I sent the text to my best friend. Now she thinks all Lex and I do is talk shit about her. It turned into a big fight. It turned into a big fight where she stormed out the bar calling us a bunch of fake bitches.
Drag them.
I mean, we do talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can you let me finish? I mean, we do talk about her, but it's because of how she acts. Ooh. Was I wrong? Should I apologize? I love the podcast. Can't wait to see y'all blow up. Love.
Oh.
That was cute. Thank you.
I don't want to drag her.
Okay, wait. Let me summarize this.
Because
So,
you're so nice at the end.
anonymous friend.
Can we call her Betsy?
Okay, we can call her Betsy. Sure. Okay.
Betsy.
So Betsy has a friend. What's the friend's name?
Let's call her let's call her Zoe.
Okay, so Betsy has a friend named Zoe. Best friends. Zoe got her body done. Zoe don't know how to act. She's full of herself. Annoying
game.
Betsy.
They are mad.
So Betsy and what's the other one's name?
Lex.
Oh no, Betsy and who?
Lex. No. Oh, Zoe.
Betsy and Zoe went out with their mutual friend Lex. To a bar this past Saturday, and I really hope Lex is a fake name. But anyway, and they got annoyed with Zoe again because she was being so full of herself. So now they want
Betsy was being messy and was trying to text Lex, talking mess about my girl Zoe, and accidentally texted Zoe instead, and Miss Zoe went off, dragged them, and probably pumped out that bar. With her BBL, like girl, with all the guys watching her, like, who that?
Okay, can we be serious? What is our advice?
What's her question?
She said, was she, oh my God.
Oh, was she wrong? Yeah, girl, you were wrong.
No, wait, hold on. Was I wrong? Should I apologize? Was she wrong for texting her friend? Here she go.
Betsy was wrong. Oh, she texted her, here she go?
Yeah, she texted Lex, here she go.
Yeah, Betsy was wrong because now it seems like y'all are talking about her. At the end of the day, y'all should have been honest with her from the beginning and told her how you felt and would not have gotten to this point.
Yeah.
Now she's not messing with y'all. She don't talk to y'all. She is out there in these streets doing her own thing. And that's your fault.
Do you think that Zoe, do you think the friend with the BBL, which you don't even know she got the BBL, but do you think the friend with the BBL
yeah, she can have any type of procedure. Right? I like BBL.
Do you think that she exaggerated?
What do you mean?
Because
for getting mad and pumping out?
All she got was a text that said, here she go. And then got mad and twerked out of the club.
No, because she probably put 2 and 2 together. If you're saying here she go, that means that they've been talking about you. Because that's the inside joke saying, here she go again.
All right, so I have a twist. So let me just give you advice, good friend. I think that you should just sit down and apologize to your friend for that text message. And I think that you should be vulnerable with her and let her know, like, listen, I sent that text because Lex and I have been talking about the way that you've been acting. I was wrong. I should have been able to talk to you about it. But, for whatever reason, I couldn't. I do think that you need to make it right with your friend while also being honest with her about how she's making you feel. And if you guys are truly best friends, you said 7 years. That's such a lucky number. You guys should be able
that's a long time. Yeah,
you guys should be able to get past it. I know that there's been moments where Jeff and I have had a mutual friend, and I'm sure that whole party talked about me.
Yeah.
So exactly. So it's it's not the end of the world. But
I'm sure you're talking about me too. So
did she? I don't know. But anyway, but I do think as long as you and your friend have that tight connection and that communication, I think it's kind of whack that you're talking about your best friend to a mutual friend. It should be the other way around. But yeah, apologize to your good Judy and be nice to her. But don't be hating on her because she got a BBL.
Yeah, be nice. Betsy, you got to be mature about the situation. Let's be mature about it. I think that you really do need to apologize. Yeah.
But your feelings are valid.
Yeah, but also express yourself and be mature. Have a mature adult conversation about this.
Communication.
Y'all will be okay.
Yes.
Zoe will forgive you.
Yeah. Okay, but I have a twist. Is there such thing as healthy gossiping? Like, is gossiping in a friendship just something that comes with it?
I think it depends on the intent.
Okay.
I think if you are gossiping with malintent, then it is not right. But I think that if you're gossiping in a way of like you're worried about your friend or you or you heard some fun thing about your friend, some positive thing about your friend, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, I think that's fine. But if you're just gossiping to drag them behind their back, I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think, to your point, I think there's a difference with like repeating something that you've already said to the friend, right? So like, oh, I just talked to Jeff about what so and so, and then I'm sharing it with the mutual friend. I don't see a need to do that, but I think in those situations it's okay, because your friend's just off limits. You're never gonna speak of your friend, like that's not realistic, and that's why you guys got to keep your friend group separate, so you could talk shit about your friend and she never find out. But that's neither here or there. I do think that there's such thing as like healthy gossip of like, I think I'm funny, so I like to crack jokes. So I'll do that with Jeff all the time. But it's really light, and as long as your friend knows your personality, I think that's okay. But when you start like talking about their secrets, defaming their character, really speaking negative on them, I think that's different. It's okay to be like, here she goes. She got that BBL, don't know how to act. But as long as you said that to her too, and then that's the running joke, okay, cool. And I do think there's like a time cap too of gossiping. But that's what people do. We gossip.
Yeah.
It's life. Like, it's not that serious. The both of them need to get over it.
I agree. Yeah. But thank you so much for the letter.
Yeah, that was cute.
And then the love at the end too. It made me not want to drag you.
Yeah, it was
like
cute.
It really did. Like I was about to go in, and I'm like, oh shoot, she really likes us. Let me.
You was about to go.
Yeah, I was. Because that's messy.
We about to go down to like 5 downloads. Like, girl. First you got on me for dragging our letters.
I know. I was just thinking about that before. She never replied to us again. She never emailed us again. I felt so bad about that.
We trying.
She never emailed us again. Oh.
All right. Well, we hope that we answered your question, Betsy. And yeah, you guys, if you have an issue with your friend or would like us to explore and talk about a particular topic, you guys let us know by sending us an email at ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. That is ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. All right, we about to move into our last segment of the show, and that is in our city, where we talk about what's happening in these New York streets.
Bing bong.
Oh my God. Okay, I have one. Dang, y'all gonna think that I'm going on rants this episode, but there was a serial killer in New York City.
Oh, this
right
was
now,
scary.
Who is going around and shooting and killing homeless people. Just like in a lot of these huge major cities, homelessness has been
They ended up catching him, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So okay, homelessness has been on a rise. And, you know, that's another reason why when we talked like last week, I was like, I really don't like saying bum, because since the pandemic, it's like the pandemic has really affected people in different ways. So there are some people that are homeless and on the streets that aren't bums. They just, you know, they are someone's mom or sister or daughter or what have you, that hit hard times and really just need help. And this serial killer has been going around and kicking them and then shooting them, and I don't know if he's shooting them in the head or what.
He shot one of them in the head. He shot another one in the arm.
Yeah. So shooting these homeless people, and it's just so disgusting because they are already down. Yeah. And it seemed almost like either like a challenge or like maybe a homeless person like took his seat on the train or something, and now he's just going crazy. But they did find him because of surveillance cameras. So they did find him. He is in custody, and he looks so regular.
Wow. I didn't even see his picture.
Not saying that like there's a look for a serial killer.
Yeah.
But he just looked like someone that I would like not talk to, but someone that I would have a regular conversation with and like not think anything of it. So y'all, it's crazy out here in New York right now. I know it's crazy in a lot of places, but on the real, like, please be safe, protect yourselves. Like, honestly, I haven't really gone out lately. I've been going to a lot of like day events, but once it gets too late, I try to like bring it back into the house, maybe invite a couple friends over, but because all of this was happening after midnight, I think. So it's just wild right now. Crime is wild, but I'm happy that they caught that man.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I agree.
Did you have anything for NR City?
No, I do have one thing.
Okay.
Shout out to gray sweatpants season. And that's all I got.
Sexual harassment? Wait,
what?
Wait, you saw gray sweatpants? I have not seen any. Have you been seeing them?
I don't know if it's just my intuition, but I just can feel it in the air.
You're preparing
I just feel it approaching, and I am welcoming it with open arms.
I'm ready and available for gray sweatpants season. So exciting.
Oh gosh.
Now I'm like on a hunt. I feel like once we leave out here, we're gonna see bad gray sweatpants, right? Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, hashtag gray sweatpants season.
Oh God.
All right, y'all. Well, if there's anything happening in your city, or if you are one of our New York neighbors that would like to highlight something that's happening in your borough or in your town, you guys just let us know by emailing us at ofriendpodcast@gmail.com or writing in our comments, whether that's on Instagram or on YouTube at ofriendpodcast. Everywhere, all streaming platforms, wherever you listen to podcasts. And I think we're going to wrap up.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
Y'all. So I'm Ty, the lady in pink or whatever.
And I'm Jeff.
Bye, friends. Oh, I'm sorry. And this is
the Old Friend Podcast.
Hey, bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.